Well, we're getting some breaking news coming out of Chicago right now. Some of you may or may not be aware, but Dan Bernstein of 670 The Score has been fired, let go, parted ways, however you want to paint this picture. It's very interesting. For one, I was able to separate over the years that his severe, let's just say, extremist leftist views got worse, way worse over time. Back in the days with Boris and Bernstein, I used to listen to them and I didn't agree with them all the time, but it was the American way. You have your opinions, I have mine. I would never force that on you. But it seems like over the years, Dan Bernstein had fell down the rabbit hole of severe democratic, leftist, Marxist, just overboard. Like, dude, for one thing, first of all, this is a sports station. 670 The Score, you're supposed to be talking about sports. We get it. You're liberal. You're a Democrat. Okay. What information can you give us about sports? You were a beat writer for the Bulls. What information can you give us about that to get away from the problems of the world? We don't want to hear that over here. It's one thing to, every now and then throw a little boomerang or whatever, get people thinking like, okay, he must think like this and that. Haha. No tongue-in-cheek comments. Fine, okay. In passing, fine. But to just lean on it over and over and over again, and then to talk down to your listeners, anybody that disagrees with you, and if you have a different political view than this man, he would just berate you and, oh, you're stupid and you don't know this. And it just grew increasingly tiresome over time. A lot of people was turned off from The Score and turned off from watching any show that Dan Bernstein was a part of. Obviously, you are the problem. You, not anybody else. You can't point fingers and it's always somebody else's fault and you're always the perpetual victim all the time. Real life don't work like that. So for this to happen today abruptly, for one, I'm surprised it hasn't happened a lot sooner. I'm surprised he's lasted this long because sometimes his unhinged rants, some situations I would agree with him, like with the Penn State situation with Sandusky. I agree with him wholeheartedly when it came to that. So, see, you can have a difference of political opinion with somebody and still find common ground with them. But in the mind of Dan Bernstein, no, if you're not a liberal, you're stupid. You don't know anything. And he comes off as, Illinois and Chicago is so much better than every other state. He often takes shots at Texas. And let me tell you something. I was born and raised in Illinois. I was born and raised in Chicago. North side, south side, take your pick. Born and raised. I've only been living in Texas 3 years. And what I've noticed is there's a certain elitism that comes out of the state of Illinois. I mean, the media is just horrible. They go in really just like they're so much better than everybody else. They're so much smarter than everybody else. Oh, you're from Texas. Oh, you must be stupid. Let me tell you something. People down here in Texas are not stupid. They have a lot more common sense than a lot of you up there up north in Illinois, which is why you're still paying state taxes among all these other mysterious, a tax for sneezing, huh? Okay. Oh, a new tax for wiping your nose. Oh, okay, sure, I'll pay it. You know best. That's the state of Illinois. But anyway, let's read about some of which has happened to Bernstein. Come to find out he doesn't like when people call him that. How dare you call me Bernstein? Isn't that your name? So let's get on to it then. About Bernstein. Let's get on to read about Steen. Hold on a minute. This is the wrong. Okay, we're going to find it. Got you here somewhere. Okay, they played me on that. I wonder who's doing that. Huh? Give me a couple seconds. Here we go. Yeah, I didn't abandon you guys. Here we go. Odyssey Sports, 670 The Score, WSCR Chicago has cut ties with midday host Dan Bernstein after nearly 30 years at the station following Bernstein's social media tirade against a commenter that led to him threatening to dox the other user for questioning whether Bernstein killed the fish he caught while on vacation. This is what I mean about this unhinged, just overboard. Just now, if you know the person in person and y'all always have this tongue-in-cheek banter with each other, that's one thing. But even when you come at somebody like that and y'all know each other, there will be you will make an allusion. You would allude to the fact that, for the people on the outside looking in, this is how we talk to each other, this and that. Then it could easily be dismissed and people could move on with it. But obviously, it seemed like you had a little double-decker chip on your shoulder saying something like that. And obviously, you meant it. Like, why would you dox somebody for saying something like that? Something so small. What the hell is wrong with you? Bernstein had been suspended from the 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. show he had been hosting with Marshall Harris all week. At the end of the show on Friday, Vice President Brand Manager Mitch Rosen read a statement on air commenting, "On behalf of Kevin Cassidy and myself, we want to let all of you know that Dan Bernstein no longer works at the Score. We thank Dan for his time here and wish him nothing but the best. Please reach out to me if you have any questions. Thank you." That is a bombshell. When this was last Friday, or let me see. So this could have been today. This is like fresh off the presses. Now, this incident, from what I'm understanding, happened last year sometime, but I just don't get it. I grew up listening to the Score, and there were always questionable personalities on there that I didn't agree with all the time, but sometimes I did agree with them. Like Mike North. A lot of people didn't like Mike North. They thought he was a flaming racist. Maybe he is. Maybe he was. I don't know. Sometimes I agreed with him. Sometimes I didn't. I'm able to be objective. I'm listening to the show for sports anyway. This is my mental escape from the world and the real life problems that we all face and that we're all concerned with. We go to sports as an outlet to get away from that. But with Dan, he would seemingly just go out of his way to inject his leftist extremism in every conversation, and how he doesn't like conservatives and hates conservative states, and red states are stupid and blue states are smart. Hey, Twitter X is such a wasteland. It's such a terrible place, but I'm over here at Blue Sky because over here we're much smarter than you. And bro, we care about what the Chicago Bulls are doing. Are they going to ever get out of the hole that they're in? Would Jerry Reinsdorf ever sell the team? Does Jerry Reinsdorf even care about the White Sox? What are the Cubs doing? The Blackhawks, what are they doing? This is why we tune into the Score. We want to know about these things. We don't care about you being on Blue Sky. Nobody cares, okay? Nobody gives a damn. Screw Blue Sky. And screw you for always injecting that nonsense in the conversation when we're supposed to be talking about sports. We came over here to get away from all that other crap. The Chicago Sun-Times reports that Bernstein has already been fired from the board of Camp One Step over the Post. And that was like a charity, right? From what I used to always hear, every year, it did a lot of great things. And you've tainted the reputation of this charity. You didn't think for 1 minute that your words would be affecting parts of life. This charity does a lot of great things for people, but because you couldn't keep your mouth shut because you're overly emotional, you know what? On my other channel, I'm gonna address that too, the extremism in this country that's going on right now. But like I said, this is supposed to be about sports, and Dan Bernstein was an asshole, period. And you could tolerate him, because that's what I did. Over the years, I tolerated him, because sometimes he would be assholish about things that I actually agreed with him on, things that I can relate to, because I can be the same way in situations. But I'm able to be objective to the point where it's like, okay, we don't agree on everything, but we definitely agree on this, and I'm with you on that. But seemingly, he didn't have that ability to do that. He couldn't be objective in separating certain things. Everything was conservative liberal. Conservative liberal. Yes, I'm a bleeding heart liberal, and I want to apologize for it. Nobody's asking you to. Can we talk about sports, please? That's why we're here. Bernstein had been with WSCR since 1995, starting as an anchor and reporter. From 1999 through 2016, he was teamed with sometimes columnist Terry Boris, where the duo eventually settled into the afternoon drive time slot for over a decade. He has hosted late mornings and middays with a number of co-hosts and solo since 2018. And now I'm starting to think the high turnover of co-hosts that Bernstein has gone through, I'm starting to think it's because you being the supreme you're the hemorrhoid inside the asshole, basically. Just a major poison ivy hemorrhoid irritant in people's ass. That's what you are, Dan Bernstein. And this day, I seen it coming a long time ago. People come over to listen and learn about sports, and you want to dovetail off the end of, hey, why didn't you vote for Kamala? None of your damn business. Can we talk about sports, please? Well, Texas is a red state, and Florida's a red state. Oh, don't live there. Those people are stupid. And we're so smart in Illinois. Hey, can we talk about sports, please? Come to find out you doxing people online because they don't agree with you? I'm going to leave a link to an article talking about how Dan Bernstein doxed somebody who made the comment about the fishing. There's multiple articles on that. I'm going to leave all of that in the description box down below. You guys can check it out for yourself. This is long overdue. Dan Bernstein is a fucking scumbag. Basically. Period. There's no dancing around it. And in the end, he got what he deserved. It's karma come to knock on your doorstep. That being said, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, subscribe to my channel. This will be on the Shy Outta Town Sports channel. Hit the like button, show your support, share this video, get the message out of there. It's time to dance in the street. Dan Bernstein is finally gone with his toxic liberalism and all that crap, since he want to bring it into the discussion when all we want to do is talk sports. But no, you want to remind us how you were on Blue Sky and all that other crap. Nobody cares. Go over there to Blue Sky and do whatever it is y'all do over there. Nobody gives a damn. Good riddance. Hit the like button, subscribe. And that being said, Shy Outta Town Sports. We done, player.